Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing Boros Angels. Boros because it's red and white. Angels because it is hardcore. Angels Tribal. We got new cards from the Murderers at Karlov Mansion or Manor. And if that sounds interesting to you, then I suggest you stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, odds-on favorite for winning the Super Bowl this weekend, Dr. Yukon Suckett. Yes, thank you. Filmed for a live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon Suckett. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub, hosted by TayMalice, called Boros Angels. Twice in a row, TayMalice, great job, man. So Boros Angels, that's what we got going on here. Why is it Boros? Because it's red and white, like we talked about before. Angels, because there are a lot of angels in here. Angel Tribal deck, and I love a good Angel Tribal deck. And look at this, man. We're playing Lightning Helix again. I remember Lightning Helix came out when Ravnica first came out. Man, I thought that was so incredibly great because, you know, it's red and white and you get 3 points of damage and you gain 3 life. It's so simple. It's so good. And the art on this card is fantastic. Of course, this is from, you know, whatever set I had that before. I don't even know what that is. I just remember that they were doing a specialty art set and I still have it, so therefore it gets used, and it's really good. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at these cards, we're going to talk a little bit of how it should work, and then we're going to go out and we're going to crush some hopes and dreams. What do we got? We got 2 points of damage. Giada, you can use her as a white mana for putting out other angel spells. She's got flying and vigilance. And whenever another angel enters the battlefield, you put a Popo counter on that angel for each angel you already control. So that means, holy smokes, I thought it was only one. Turns out it is a ton. And we've had her around for a long time. And she's an angel herself. So yeah, she is a fantastic little card. I wish that she could survive longer. Much like the Valet, it's like Giada is one of those cards you just have to kill immediately because they are too much trouble to leave on the board. This one forces, it basically makes them pay a tax for a card in their hand. If you could crack it open, then at the beginning, it puts Popo counters on anything that attacked this turn. And you could use it to temporarily grant, you sacrifice it, all your creatures hexproof and indestructible until the end of the turn. So yeah, it is a nice value-added card. Invasion of Gobakhan. All right, we talked about Lightning Helix already. Resplendent Angel has, if you gain 5 more life this turn, you create a 4/4 Angel at the end of your step. And for 6 mana, you can give it +2/+2, making it into a 5/5. And so therefore, it can then add itself, start putting out 4/4 angels. Or you could throw something like Angelfire Ignition on there, which puts 2 Popo counters on a target creature. And it gains Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste until the end of the turn. So we got a lot of opportunity to gain life and put out angels. Angel of Wrath has lifelink, and has the ability to slam down. Unfortunately, we can only do up to 2 damage because we don't have a black anywhere, as far as I know. No black. Aurora's. I wonder if we could use this. Add 1 color advance spin this only cast a creature spell of a closer type. To cast a creature spell. Yeah, we might be able to use this to do the black with the Archangel of Wrath. We'll have to try that out sometime. But anyway, she could do up to 4 points of damage potentially if you've got 6 mana. And one of them has to be Cavern of Souls, apparently. What do we got? We got Aurelia's Vindicator, flying lifelink ward, and it has Disguise, which is a weird thing when it comes down face down, and then you can pay to jump her back out, at which point then exile up to X target creatures from the battlefield and or from the graveyard. So this one will exile stuff, and they get it back when this thing's gone. So this is kind of like a Brutal Cathar, I guess. You got to pay a lot for it. Look at that. It costs 4 plus X to pin things down. Still, it might be way worth doing it. Otherwise, you're paying 4 just to put it out. All right, we got Boon-Bringer, who has got First Strike, Flying, and Lifelink. Lifelink again, right? And this also, the First Strike, gives you the ability to kill Galissas, those little stupid jerks. As well as giving it to something else temporarily when it comes into play. Aurelia, the Law Above. This is our big muscle right there. Flying, Vigilant, Haste. Oh, I love bringing her out with Haste. Hasty 4/4, Flying. That is so good. And Vigilance, meaning she's just going to snap back into place, ready to continue the fight. Whenever a player attacks with 3 or more creatures, you draw a card. Whenever a player attacks with 5 or more creatures, she deals 3 points of damage to each of your opponents, and you gain 3 life. Oh, she is so good. She's legendary, but she is so good. This deck is going to love having Aurelia in it. Plus, we got Steel Seraph, who has the ability to give Flying, Vigilant, or Lifelink. We're not going to have to give Flying to anybody, so it's just Vigilance or Lifelink is what we'll be passing out. All right, other than that, anything cool over here? These are pretty boring looking lands, things we've seen a billion times before, but we got lots of stuff going on. So what are we doing? We're growing, we're doing like a mid-range growth, working our way up the curve to get our angels out. The stronger, the more mana we have, the stronger and more awesome they are. We're just going to keep that unrelenting angel power going, wiping out stuff with either Lightning Helix and Play with Fire, while keeping things alive with I guess the Light Shield Array, potentially. That's kind of hard to get to. But hopefully tricks like Angelfire Ignition will allow us to continue to do the damage that they are not going to be able to stand up against. So that's the deck. Before we go and check it out, though, let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together, heads down. Dear Black King Toxrill, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. All right, we're going to play against LandLorduranutangs. LandLorduranutangs. All right, something like that. Keep. Lightning Helix. I don't know. All right, stay alive, Giada. That's right, attack with the Giada and then use her. Man, I always forget that. Always, always, always. It's too little, too late, baby. Steel Seraph is coming out. Ah! Creature type cannot be countered. There you go. Okay, mana. There we are. Let's go after his hand a little bit. Alright, suck it, sucker fish. You're going to wipe out my board, aren't you? Alright, let's do that. That'll be fun. I gotta remember I can use this thing to defend my guys, too. Alright, we had enough mana we could double up on that guy, but we do not. A little bit of everything. Have a good time. Ooh, we need some mana badly, though. Yeah, Boon-Bringer's not a good one for you, man. I'm touching all the weapons. That guy. Let's just go for lifelink both times. Here we go. And we win. And we win. Victory. Alright, playing against Thuban. Thuban. 2 mana. Ugh. Alright, I'll put that one out first. That's cool. That guy is trouble. I believe we refer to him as Hubba Dubba Trubba. Whatever you doing, super jerk? How dare you? I'm putting out. I like the lifelink. She's got a nice big butt. Whatever, man. There we go. All right, let's go after his hand. Really only has a land up there. Not cool. All right, so we can give him a little haste on the next turn. We just have to suck it is the problem. Nice! Alright, we're popping out some babies there. And we win! Nicely done, Boros Angels. Nicely done. Alright, we were playing against Yoshikita Nabe. Yoshikita Nabe. 1, 2, 3. Keep. No. Good Giada out there. That's fine. We'll take the damage. Tube can play at that game, stupid head. Lightning Helix. I would like to kill that guy. Not for you, stupid. Alright, that's not going to do us any good. Let's just hold this back. Alright, I'll throw out another angel-loving card. Boon-Bringer. Don't be doing stuff to it. We're down to 11. Boon-Bringer again, that's fine. And nothing can be done other than just sitting here doing nothing. See, I can't shoot for 3, I can only shoot for 2. Hmm. Five straight up. All right, next. They all have everything. Let's go Vigilance. Let's crack that thing open. It's nice, it'll protect my guys. Alright, so they're 12 at the moment. We're doing good. We got a guy that's super pumped. Hexproof! Oh, I love that card. He was my favorite. You play Bouncy McBouncerson? Yep. I mean, I guess I should put out Giada first, like a sucker. Ooh, I played that thing super wrong. Alright, we win again. Boros Angels, even when I go badly, it still wins for me. Victory! Alright, we're playing against Dallas K. Stone. Or is it Dalask? Stay asleep. Alright, so 3s are where our angels start. Instant, that's cool. Keep the ramp down. This guy reminds me of somebody that, like I say, isn't going to have the ability to go after my guys too well. So hoping to keep him alive. I guess he's got white, he's got black. He's playing at least 4 colors right now. Yeah, he's trying to ramp up to a multicolor deck. We're going to see Atraxia. All right, there we go. We got things started. Got him down to 16. But hopefully we can pull another mana at some point so we can actually start playing our 5 colors, or 5 mana. 5 cost creatures. There we go. Mana doesn't make any sense. Not the mana I was looking for. All right, all in, baby cakes. I think that deserves an angel. There we go. That's not going to get you anywhere, man. I got, like, lethal this next turn. Alright. Time for a potty pants. I just had to do it. Winner, winner! Victory dinner! Alright, we're playing against Stokes. 1-1-1-5-8-9. 1-1-1-5-8-9. Keep. No red though, but whatevs, man. Here's our turn. 2 at the Giada. Hopefully he won't kill it. Go ahead and lay down there for me, okay, buddy? Lay down. There you are. Take a load off your feet. I always forget to play her that way first. Alright, welcome to the board. I hope I pick up a red mana soon. That'd be really cool. Alright, lifelink. Let's take it all in. It's a trap. It's a trap. Iron's Foundation, is that a sorcery? Yeah, it is. I can't just slip it in there real quick. He's not paying attention. Yeah, I'm not going to disguise it. Flying, lifelink ward, that's all good. Let's go for a little lifelink action and all in. All right, there she is, above the law, rocking it. He doesn't know about Angelfire Ignition. Yep, good game. And we win! Victory! Alright, so here we are with Boros Angels, and we ended up getting 100% win rate, so this deck was really good. I'm a big fan of Tribal, and I'm a big fan of Angel Tribal, so altogether, I was really, really happy with this deck. Now here comes the hard part. Who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player of this particular deck here, huh? I think it's Giada. I think Giada provided all of the value here. The fact that Giada was able to get us 3, Angels of casting cost 3 out, which is pretty much Resplendent Angel, on, with only 2 mana otherwise, was so valuable. Plus, then she made them all pumped them up by +1 by putting a Popo counter on it. Plus, she had Vigilance unto herself. Giada is just a little Energizer bunny that could. She has got all the value that made this deck so much better. I mean, these cards are great. Boon-Bringer Valkyrie is the bee's knees, being that she's got Valkyrie, First Strike, and Lifelink. Or Flying First Strike and Lifelink. And that was great. The fact that she could pass that out, fantastic as well. Still 5, right? Steel Seraph, the 4-type, good card. Angel of Wrath, great card. So there's a lot of going on here. Angelfire Ignition is that tricky tricks that people aren't accounting for. But ultimately, it was Giada that is the MVP of this deck, just because of all of the value that she's got packed into her little tiny 2-mana form. All right, so congratulations, Giada. Despite the suspicious and anxious look on your face, you are today's most valuable player, and you're going to Disneyland. All right, was this deck competitive? Man, I got 100%. So, yeah, I'm going to say this is a competitive deck. Is it? I didn't feel like it should have been. I mean, could we pull it off against Mono Red Aggro? Let me take a look to see if we played against. We did not. I kind of got the impression it was a little on the slow side. Mono Red Aggro would probably drink our milkshake. I don't know. But the guys I played against, this deck always did fine. There were sometimes I thought the deck was going to kill me, and this deck just started laying it out at some points. It's really hard to deal with like right angels when you got 4 or 5 mana. You can start throwing these guys down willy-nilly. People have such a hard time with it. Lifelink, this deck has enough of that it keeps you in the game regardless of what's going on. And if they can't deal or wipe the board, it's your game, man. There's nothing they can do about it. So yeah, this is a competitive deck. Was it fun? Absolutely. I mean, the reason why it was fun was because we just got out our angels and we just started plowing them out and people couldn't deal with it. It was attack, flying coming in. We had some tricks between Play with Fire and Lightning Helix. I got to say, I'm not a big fan of Play with Fire. I know it's only 1, but 2 damage is never enough. I mean, I had to play Lightning Helix and Play with Fire just to get something gone at some point. I'd rather just maybe even have Lightning Strike or something rather than Fire. I'm not sure. I don't have anything to do with turn on with 1 mana. Whatever, man. 2 mana is not that big of a deal. Lightning Helix is fantastic. I guess there's 4 of them in here. It's probably okay, but man, there was times when this deck, with this deck, that this card was sucking it, and I just couldn't handle that. One thing I really liked was Invasion of Gobakhan, right? Of Goku. So, because, yeah, these angels start pumping up at that point. Usually the angels could just kill it straight off the bat. So I could have a nice angel out, throw out this thing, pin down a card, and then come in, open it up, and then it would start pumping up the angels, and then they just started going crazy. So altogether, yeah, the synergy between the cards in this deck, fantastic. I loved it. It was really good. Was this deck interesting? Totes! Why is that? Because it was Angel Tribal. I love Angel Tribal. And if you don't remember from the old days, the old question wasn't as interesting. It was this deck had a theme? And Tribal is a theme, and this is totally it. And what's great about it is that we're playing with new angels, such as Aurelia, the Law Above. We're playing with Aurelia's Vindicator. Do you have any other new guys in here? I guess Lightning Helix is the last new card. Still, they were a great addition. I thought they were fantastic. I know that Angels were big time in Ravnica originally, so it's nice to have them back. Thank you so much, Ravnica, for providing the love that I love so much. So, yeah, it's great having new Angels. It's great having a nice Angel Tribal deck. And it's good seeing new cards in there. So that made it an interesting deck. All right, so let's all add it up. Was this deck competitive? Absolutely. Was it fun? I say yes. Was it interesting? Totes my goats. All right, so that makes this deck into an A+ deck. And as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck was so choice. I would highly recommend you pick one up, should you have the means. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.